Hey, everybody. So Kevin Spacey has been hit with a lawsuit over his alleged sexual assaults. This was not the choice of his victims, who said, I didn't say hit him with a lawsuit. I said a car. Let's start the show.
In a cabin, going crazy, cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine. We've been quarreling, we've been snarling, oh my darling wife of mine. It's a toilet paper zombie apocalypse, so we're here in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. That way you can make sure your stream is solid and prepare your home to be quiet, except for laughing and clapping, of course. Facebook and Instagram sometimes chime when you get a message. These chimes are audible to everyone in the Virtual Comedy Show, so please turn off notifications and all other sounds on your device. Don't know how? Google it. That's why you're here 15 minutes early. Though we love kids and pets, a comedy club is not a good place for them. They don't understand the need for quiet, and the jokes are not intended for them, especially cats. No sense of humor at all. Please, no pets or kids at the Virtual Comedy Show. Please don't heckle or chat at your table. It's more fun for you if you can hear others laugh, and more fun for others if they can hear you laugh. So keep your mic on and laugh all you like. But with 100 mics on, we may hear coughing or barking dogs or screaming babies or attacking zombies. And this can easily drown out the comedian. Please place your phone or other device 6 feet from you so we don't hear every breath you take. And mute your device if your area becomes filled with noisy zombie dog babies. And once you vanquish those zombies, unmute yourself. If you're not sure how, ask us via the chat system, aka typing, and we will help you. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. We've all been in our pajamas for weeks. No one will judge your hair, we promise. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle. And let's make our strange quarantine world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey, everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goody. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Sheraz Yousaf!
live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell!
Oh, another beautiful Thursday. Look at all the nice folks in the show. On my monitor at 52 inches is Sheraz, which is also his chest, everybody. When you see him, he's got a huge... You were a bodybuilder for a long time, right?
Yeah, a long time. I just do my own thing now, but I used to get my body waxed in my time.
Yeah, you used to actually pose and do the whole thing, right? Oil it up, you would grease it up. That's what I got. So, by the way, Sheraz is in England. It's 2 a.m. for him. And it is good to see everybody on Thursday. Welcome. I've gotten 3 jokes on the books in the last 2 days. I just need the screen. The jokes are fake, but the master's degree is real, everybody. Come on, let's admit it. So hi, everybody. Hey, Joe Marlotti's here, and Joni, and Valerie. Always good to see her. And I think my brother actually made the show. He did.
Hey.
Zoe is here. Ellen's back from North Carolina, where she has no internet, which is fun. So she wasn't here last week. Steve is here, and Sheraz. And I have kind of written some jokes. Sheraz, this is when I try to do jokes. Is that okay?
Yeah, please do. I'd love to hear
Okay, here we go. Here's the number one. And you may, being from England, you may not know some of these stories. Have you heard this one? There was a gender reveal party in California that started a wildfire that has now destroyed hundreds of thousands of acres of forests and homes. The couple that started the blaze were surprised that a huge blue explosion in the driest part of the year would cause such destruction. And they hope it doesn't affect the life of their little boy, Damien Omen. See, you know.
Kapow.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Kapow. Okay, that's good. Also, Alec Baldwin. Do you know Alec Baldwin? Alec Baldwin's 62, and his wife, 36-year-old yoga instructor, Hilaria Baldwin, just had their 5th child. Yay, 5th child. Is that amazing? Wow. I know. Wow, some surprised faces. They're going to name the child grandson. See, because he's old and he's going to die soon. Okay, so great. Not the son, Alec. So, okay, hey, after 20 seasons, now, Sheraz, do you know this? After 20 seasons, Keeping Up with the Kardashians will come to an end. Do you know the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
I do know it. That's good news.
Yeah, well, people are very sad that it doesn't have anything to do with the California fires.
Nice.
So they wanted them burned out. Okay, just Steve thought that one was funny. Okay, that's good.
And not even me.
How about what?
No, it was very funny. You're right.
Okay, I'm about 72% right now. How about this? The big news that we could have heard in February, and that is that Trump, okay, I'm going to start this joke over. The big news we could have heard in February, but didn't. Trump purposefully lied about how dangerous COVID was, not to panic the people. That worked, right, everybody?
I think,
Yes.
as a setup.
No panicking here.
Yeah, well, no, it did work for 200,000 dead, non-panicky people. Too mean.
Too soon.
Too real.
If you left the word dead out, 200,000 non-panicky people, I think that would have been funny.
And dead would just be alluded
Leave
to.
that out. We get it.
So this has now become a comedy critique show.
It has.
I got a better idea. Let's just leave it out though.
I like
It's a workshop. That's right.
It's a workshop.
That didn't workshop.
Any of these jokes twice. So, and by the way, Joe Marlotti, professional comedian, is also here. So jump in anytime with your critiques. Okay. Also, hey, now I don't know if you know this, how the election's going here, but also Trumpers held a big boat rally all over the country. They got in their boats last weekend, and in Texas, there were so many boats that the wakes sank and capsized many of the vessels. It was even worse because all of the thousands or so people stranded were Gilligans. There were no professors.
Thanks for explaining. I didn't get that.
Usually when you have to explain it,
Oh
okay,
my
but go ahead.
God.
That's funny.
If you have to explain it. Well, Ellen's laughing. She thought it was
good.
funny.
She's right.
By the way, the Howells at the time were on Epstein Island laughing it up with that.
Ouch.
There.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Dark,
Such
dark,
idiots. Dark idiots. Okay, but that was I'm going to take that one as a win. Hey, wait! It's a UK story, Sheraz.
Yes.
I found some UK stories. An 80-year-old hiker went missing for 3 days in the UK after he got separated from his partner in Yorkshire Dales. Do you know where Yorkshire Dales is?
Yeah, it's up north, like Game of Thrones. It's up north.
It's like Game of Thrones. So he was found, though, and this is fun. He was found 3 days later when a group was getting together of his family and rescuers to go out and find him, and he just walked up to him and said, "I'm right here." So that was kind of fun. So I know, it's crazy. So when asked what he was doing for 3 days in the wild, he said, "Finding a shrubbery."
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so some people understood that joke. Hey, your dad got the reference. I think that's great.
I'm very pleased.
That's very pleased for people who got the reference. Shiraz, you didn't get the reference. And
I didn't get it at all.
He's
but
too young.
You missed the Python reference?
He missed
The British guy missed the Python reference?
Yeah.
That's
Holy
it.
Grail.
I quit.
I can't believe it. The guy from England doesn't know Holy Grail. I can't
The
believe
guy
it.
from England's like 25. That's why. So
He loves that you just said that.
I do.
That he's 25. What are you, about 42? Or how old are you?
44.
He's 44.
Then he has no excuse.
no excuse. He needed to get
No
the Python
excuse.
reference.
You'd need to
I
go
was
watch
going to
the Monty
say
Python.
that too, though.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Valerie?
That he looks young.
Yes.
All right. So, well, I brought the beefcake in for the show this week.
I'm here every week. What are you talking
Oh
about?
boy.
That's right. Steve is here everywhere. You're just beef. Okay, so still cake involved. One more UK story, although I'm thinking of skipping it because it's not funny.
Do it.
Let's hear it.
Well, Diana Rigg, you got to know Diana Rigg died, right?
Yes.
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 Do you know who
Emma
she
Peel.
is? She played Emma Peel in the Avengers series.
Oh,
I'm getting such a blank look. Yeah, and she was in Game of Thrones.
She was in
recently.
Game of Thrones. She was Lady Tyrell.
Yeah. And she was the only person ever to marry James Bond in a film. Did you know that?
Yes.
I did not know that.
No.
So what this means is this is her second passing because, once she married James Bond, she was dead.
Oh man.
See, I told you there was no joke there.
Every time you say
I just
dead,
wanted
it
to
doesn't
say
work.
something
Yeah,
about
dead.
it.
Yeah.
Nice tie, Brad.
That was tricky.
Usually,
That was what?
usually you got to say killing it before you say dead that many times, but you weren't.
Maybe.
Really
That's right.
going
Well,
for
I haven't been killing it.
Yeah. Okay.
But your tie is awesome. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed the tie.
I know. Do you
On
like?
point.
Well, I need ties. By the way, you don't donate to the show this week. You mail me ties. I'm out of ties. So, okay. Next, I've got two more, and then we're going to have a show. So the criticism is, and now Sheraz, I'm not sure you've heard this, but Bob Woodward has a new book, and the criticism is of Bob Woodward's book that he should have told us about his interview with Trump when it happened in February and not till they released the book. And it would have maybe saved lives. Woodward took exception to this and said, these are the same people shoving fluorescent lights up their butts. They'd be dead no matter what. So.
Oh, no.
Wow, it's a dark week.
Yeah. Why is
Dark week.
You said
Dark
dead
week.
again. What's?
Back to
I
the
know.
tie.
Everything's death this week. Okay, the last one is cute, but again, not funny. By the way, I spent all day in a recording studio doing a silly song. That's why these are the jokes. So here it is. Last one, and then we're zipping in. Steve, are you ready?
Ready?
All right, we're zipping in.
Okay.
A tiger, here's fun. How many people have seen this? A tiger that no one knows who owns is loose in Knoxville, Tennessee. All the zoos say we've got our tigers. Everybody says we have our tigers. And there's a huge tiger hunt by law enforcement underway right now. Residents have seen the tiger walking down the street, and in neighborhoods, they say it's looking for the last train to Clarksville.
Yeah.
Where is that a joke?
If it was a
Where is that
monkey,
a joke?
I think you'd have a joke.
If it was a monkey, but I wanted it listening for the. I don't know. You know what?
Next time,
I'm having a long
next time,
week.
just say it was a monkey. We're not watching the news. It'll be great.
Yeah. You could have said.
You're
monkey.
right. My problem is I want things to be factual. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, walking down the street. It's Steve Goody, everybody. Come on, let's hear it.
Hi, everybody. Let's hear it for Brad. Killing it with death. Killing us softly with his death. Killing us. Hi. Ah, man, I'm excited. We've got a top 10 list for you this week. Oh, man, if you've never seen this show, and I think Sheraz may be the only one who can say that, every week we do a top 10 list because our favorite talk show hosts are now not doing their shows in the theaters. They're all at home now doing the shows in sweatshirts and no pants. So I'm taking over for that, going back to the Letterman days, back to 2015 and earlier, with a good top 10 list, or this one. Tonight's category, and I want to thank Brad for ruining at least 3 of these. Tonight's category is top 10 ways this Labor Day was different. You know, it was just Labor Day, and it was a little different. And these are the top 10 ways. I'm glad I'm clarifying that. Top 10 ways this Labor Day was different. Number 10, my solo cookout in the basement got a little smoky. Number 9, a 3-day weekend in the middle of a 6-month furlough is not quite as exciting.
That is true.
I like that.
Number 8, it was a particularly lovely day to capsize on Lake Travis in support of an authoritarian regime.
Yeah.
Number 7, I realized that employed people are losers and suckers. That's a Trump thing, you guys. All right.
Yeah.
Number 6, wrote to the Klan requesting that they remove their white bed sheets. It's after Labor Day for crying out loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Take them down. Put the Confederate flag back up.
Number 5, wrote to Stephen Miller. It's after Labor Day for crying out loud. He's in the Klan, you see, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's fine. It's fine. These are the top 10 ways this Labor Day was different. Number 4, the hand sanitizer I'd ordered in April arrived. That's my favorite one. Number 3, nothing says Happy Labor Day like a real whiz-bang of a gender reveal party.
A bang
I
pop.
like that phrase.
Number 2, had a lovely time catching up with Nancy at the hair salon. There's something Brad didn't mention.
I did not.
You did not. And the number 1 way this Labor Day was different, Bob Woodward stopped by, and for some reason I confessed to killing about 200,000 Americans.
No.
Always end with death.
Always end with death.
Always end with death.
A lot of death. So, Sheraz, did you know the Nancy Pelosi story? There's no way.
I didn't. Also, you've spelled Labour wrong all the way through.
I know.
We also say we don't say aluminum either.
No.
It's not aluminium.
It's aluminium.
Or jaguar.
Sorry, I was feeling a little mischievous. I spelled it the way I wanted to.
Jaguar.
So, Steve, you're going to do a song. I didn't ask anybody to do a song this week. So
I've got a song if you'd like. I could do it now or I could do it later.
A song. Do
now?
a song. No, do it now, and then we'll make you do another one later that you don't know you're going to do.
That's a great idea. That's right. Okay. Here's a little song. It's only 30 seconds long, so don't be too excited.
Okay.
Can you hear that? Okay, good. I keep a close eye on the news online, wondering when it'll be safe to go outside. I used to play comedy clubs all the time, but there's a quarantine, so I joke online.
Yeah, I was hoping for more on that. I don't know why.
And everyone else was hoping for much less.
Much less. No, I don't think that's true. I thought that was great. So,
I'll do a longer one later.
Do a longer one later. So, okay, well, people are sending me that we had a great show last week, but it ended up being like 7 hours long. It was a marathon show.
Well, that's all. That was all because of Jeff.
Don't blame Jeff.
I'm blaming Jeff because he's not here.
Yeah, a minute with Jeff was 12 minutes long. That was really fun. So, but then Trump took up a ton of. Was that Trump last week or the week before?
That was last week. Plus, Bob sang a bunch of songs. That took another 5
Bob
minutes.
sang a bunch of songs. So I'm sorry for everyone here this week, except for now, because we're going to do something incredibly special. I called this gentleman on the internet to ask him to come. We're going to look at him now and see. Look at that body, everybody. Look at that man. 44 years old, looks 22, and really. So I met Sheraz at a gig in the middle of England somewhere. Do you remember where that was?
I do. It was in Warwickshire somewhere, which is a county in the middle.
It was like a German brat place or something.
Yeah, that's it. It was like a big vat, basically where they do beer and all this kind of stuff, and they had a German brat party, which is all sausages and whatever. So yeah.
And you killed, and I thought it was great. So we kept in touch, did other stuff, and then I saw you in Edinburgh, and I came to your show, which was wonderful. And I thought if I need anybody from England, it's Tommy Taylor, but he wasn't available. So I got hold of you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I definitely wanted to have you come in because you're a fascinating man, and I've always thought you've been very funny, and you work for Google.
Yes, I do. So I've got information on all of you here.
That's right.
In files. So I know what you're looking at.
So Sheraz has been worried that the English humor might not translate. So let's see if that's true. Go ahead, talk for 8 or 9 minutes or 10. Go.
Well, I mean, people do wonder where I'm from in the States sometimes. My parents are both Pakistani. And in England, we call that being Asian. I know you have a different version of Asian. But over here, if you're Pakistani or Indian, you're Asian. But I'm not really very Asian at all. I was never brought up in that sort of way. I never watched, Bollywood. I never watched Bollywood growing up. Although, interesting fact about Bollywood, do you know that about 90% of Bollywood films are shit? That's a fact.
I did not know that.
I think I don't have a traditional upbringing. And I have lots of friends who are like ethnic, different backgrounds. They have traditional upbringings. I've got one friend, he's a comic. He's a Nigerian comic. And his parents were very traditional. Nigerian parents are quite hard on their kids. And he's learned to make jokes about it. He tells this joke. He'll say, "Oh, when I was growing up, my parents used to beat me every day with a gun." And people love those stories. They're so heartwarming. My mum just used to buy me cakes. She was just very.
Aww.
She was really. My mum never had an accent. You know, like some people's parents, they have accents and stuff. But my mum, my mum would never have said. She'd never said something like, "Oh, Sheraz, beta, good boy. Come on, eat your food, good boy." No, my mum was from the north of England. She'd say, "Sheraz, you little bastard. Eat bastard food, or I'll beat you with a gun." That was my upbringing. She never even made traditional food. Like, she never made, chapati. You know what chapatis are?
No.
You don't have, do you have, like in an Indian restaurant, you have that big bread.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call that?
Naan.
Fat Indian bread.
Yeah, naan bread. She never made anything. Naan bread, nothing like that. She just made beef burgers. For a long time, I thought, am I even Asian? Am I Pakistani in any respect? So I did a DNA test. It turns out I'm only 10% Pakistani. I'm 90% naan bread. That's who I am. You've got to embrace it. As Brad told you, I've gone to the gym for years. I like the gym. I've been training gyms for like 30 years. People go to prison for 30 years. They come out looking better than me. I wish I'd gone to prison. I'd have saved so much money on gym memberships, honestly. I really like the gym, and I like bench press. I do like it. It's quite a hack. It's quite a hack exercise. Every guy does the bench press, and I get asked, where is that even useful in life? How does it help you doing a bench press? Well, I'll tell you what. When I go into a building with a set of double doors, I say, stand back, everyone, and then I open the doors, and then I close them very slowly, and then I open them again, and then I close them, open them and close them. And I do that 8 to 10 times, and I have a 60-second break, and I get everyone else in. But the bench press is quite a dangerous exercise. Like, Brad, have you done much bench pressing in your life?
Wow, that answered that question right there. The laughing of everyone in the room answered that question.
You know what? If you ever do, be careful. It's a really dangerous exercise, because if you put too much weight on the bar and you come down too quickly and fail, you can really hurt yourself. But I never fail, because I'll have a friend who he'll come and he'll kind of stand, he'll stand above me, ready to catch the bar. So if I start to struggle, he'll step forward and he will slowly lower his testicles towards my face. all the motivation I need. Too low. I got it. That last rep. Sometimes he wears shorts and no underwear. Down. We've all tasted ball sweat in our time.
Yeah. We call that teabagging.
Teabagging.
Exactly. So I'm single right now. It's quite difficult in London. Like, London's got, I think it's about 12 million, 11 million people, but it's still quite difficult to meet people here. And you end up with lots of platonic friends. Like, you go on dates and you just end up being friends. I've got one friend. I was in a pub with her recently. And she hasn't got a boyfriend. And I said to her, look at us. We're so pathetic. All we have is our friendship and masturbation. And she says, oh, Jesus Christ, no, I'd never do anything like that. It's a sin against God. Because she's from London. And also she's Irish Roman Catholic. She's been taught that this kind of stuff is, she shouldn't do it. And I said to her, don't you just get really sexually frustrated? You haven't got a boyfriend. And she says, well, I just put all my energy into something else, like cleaning the flat.
Oh.
She'd rather clean the flat than have an orgasm. And I said to her, look, this is ridiculous. You're a grown woman. I've got a flat. Why don't you come and clean my flat? But it is difficult meeting women in London. I don't know what it's like. Brad, how did you, I mean, you've been married a long time, haven't you, Brad?
26 and a half years.
Wow.
Thank you.
A half years. And before you met your wife, were you a ladies' man, or did you
Okay, again.
He cleaned his flat a lot.
Right. Wow. Was I a ladies' man?
With that waistcoat and tie, surely.
Yeah, if you could look down at all the people cracking up that have known me,
I can tell you from his act. I can tell you from his act what his life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a bench pressing ladies' man. That's what I was.
Used to stumble into sex every couple of months.
But as you know, though, even as a ladies' man, it can be quite difficult, meeting women, and you get a lot of rejection. Like in London, women can be very, very hard, very dismissive. Like I saw this girl in a bar, and I really liked the look of her. So I went up to her and I said, hi, how's your evening? My name's Sheraz. How's it going? Immediately, she just put her hand out like that. Just listen, whatever you want, I'm not interested, all right? Bye.
Aww.
It was horrible, yeah.
That's
I mean,
mean.
but it was really horrible. And I thought to myself, I felt really bad. And I just thought I would never do that to a woman. If a woman came up to me and I didn't find her that attractive, I would at least have sex with her.
Oh, boy, that's nice.
Because that's manners, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she'd clean your flat.
And then she cleaned your flat.
Well, maybe.
All my friends, they say, well, why don't you just do online dating? You'll avoid all of that. And I don't like online dating personally. I mean, is there anyone single on the thing right now?
Joni's single.
Yes, the other comedian.
Yeah.
Marlotti's wife says he's single when she's out.
I might as well be single. Yeah.
Guys,
My brother's single.
You will know that online dating is an awful experience. So, we try and avoid it. We try to meet people. But my friends kept telling me to go online. So to shut them up, I went online. I've been on Xbox Live for 2 weeks now. And it's rubbish. It's just 14-year-old boys. And Kevin Spacey, he's on there too. I'm not.
That is the world's greatest joke.
Brad, tell me, how did you meet your wife? What's the story?
I met my wife at a gifted camp for kids. I was the assistant director of this camp in the summer, and she was a teacher coming to be a counselor. And I say it in my act, and I say it in the marriage show, that when we saw each other, there was a spark. There was just a spark that was undeniable. I was thinking a lot of, wow, isn't she cute? And for some reason, she was one of the 3 people in the world who ever was attracted to me. So when you've got about 3 people, you grab that one and you say that
What was your line? What was your opening line to her?
I didn't have to have a line because she was just giddy, oddly giddy to be around me. So it was really weird. No one had ever been attracted to me before.
Hadn't put something in her drink that made her giddy. She was really...
No. Let's not go there. I have no idea. For some reason, it's a mystery to me too.
You see, that's a nice story. I would like a story like that. You can tell that to your daughter. You can tell that story. I don't want to meet someone online, and then we have a kid, and the kid comes to me one day and says, Daddy, because I'd send them to private school, obviously. Daddy, how did you and Mummy meet? And I have to say, well, I was on this website, and I messaged 400 women.
Yeah.
And only your mum replied. Guys, I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Let's hear it for Sheraz. That was amazing. That was brilliant. You know, and one of the reasons I wanted you to do the show, too, is because, again, you were worried about being understood, but you've always been a guy that spoke in such a manner that we can understand in America. When I don't know if you know this, but a guy came up to me at that show we were at. I don't know if you remember the guy who went first. And he came up and he so wanted to work in America. And he asked me, he goes, "Hey, look, mate, hey, how is it looking? I want to work in America. I want to work in America." And I said, "Well, that'd be great, except I watched you for 10 minutes and didn't understand a word that came out of your mouth. Because you talk, just like when people from America go to England and they talk too fast and English people can't understand them. So that was one thing I always liked about watching your act. I could understand the words. And I think everybody agrees that you go neat places. Nobody saw the flat thing coming. Did anybody see the flat? I thought that joke was really
good.
So well written. So again, let's applause for Sheraz, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's come back to me for a second because now, can you see the difference? No chest. Is this the bench press body you've been looking for right here?
No, but you got 26 and a half years of marriage, dude.
By the way,
What have we learned from this?
Yes.
That was an amazing British accent of an idiot, which there were lots of them over here. That was really, I'm being genuine, that was really good.
So many guys on stage would ask me about working in the States, and they would just come up and go, "Hey, man, I really want to work in that. That's good. That's good guy."
That's what they sound like.
And then their entire act was local references. I'm down to the Asda doing the vegetables, and then they got the Miskamos with the Muscu.
That's what, Brad, if I may, that's one thing I really liked about Sheraz's act. Not only could I understand what he was saying, but 100% of the jokes were about sex.
Sex and exercise.
Thank you, Zoe.
I'm just kidding. You were great, man.
Because I guarantee you a good teabag joke is going to work here in the United States.
Every time.
Every time. So, okay. So now, from the sublime to the ridiculous, a good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Joe Marlotti, professional comedian, redoing the movie Inner Space.
I'm sorry about that. My backgrounds are all messed up. I love this green screen, though, guys. I mean, seriously. Let me see if I can take you on a little tour. Here's my backyard. And this is my library, which is way better than Brad's. And here's my garage. And sorry, I shouldn't have showed you that one. But anyway, this is oriented here. And by the way, Sheraz, you rocked, brother. That was great. I really enjoyed this, and I could quite understand you. Look, one thing really clear: a flat is an apartment, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. So anyway, well, I'm apparently taking over Jeff Shaw's spot today, so I only got like 15 minutes here. So I'm trying to. This is hard, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Really. It is really hard to stay entertained during this whole deal. I don't know. My wife and I have started doing, we've been doing binge watching TV. Have you guys been doing this, yes? The binge watching? Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, it's great because it dovetails so nicely with our binge drinking. We have really been doing a lot of, and but it's better now because, now instead of just getting, hammered and then yelling at each other and passing out, now we get hammered, we yell at the TV. And then they yell at each other and pass out. So anyway, but I don't know if you've done this binge watching. Though a lot of these shows really start off they're really slow. Have you guys noticed that? Sometimes you got to give it a couple episodes, to get into it. And I don't know what show we were watching the other night, but it was so boring. It was like I don't know the name of it, but it was like these kids running through a sprinkler, and then these people walking their dogs, and then we realized, oh, that's the front window. And well, we've been drinking anyway. But the sad thing was, we were like 3 episodes in, and we were. So anyway, and I'm kidding about this though a little bit. Drinking at home kind of sucks, folks. It really does. I mean, it's uneventful. You know what I mean? Because in the past, you'd be at a bar, you get drunk. You'd wake up the next morning with a hangover, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, I did what? A sombrero and Wesson oil? And whose mom? Kid Rock's mom? Oh, I'm sorry, Kid Rock and his mom. Oh wow, that was a good one. Yeah. So yeah, but now you're at home and you wake up in the morning with a hangover and you're like, I did what? Yelled at people through my front window? So anyway, that was
I got it.
aren't working really good. Did I drop out there? Anyway,
You said front window twice.
I did? Yeah.
I think saying front window twice.
Oh, I should have gone to death instead.
Right, exactly.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You should have gone to 200,000 dead.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I just don't drink much anymore anyway, guys. I can't because I'm getting too old for this. I know some of you people are probably feeling the same way. Once you get past 44, Sheraz, and it's bad. It used to be you could hang. It used to be like one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer, and now I'm like one bourbon, one sip of scotch. Uber's here. So thank you. That was alliteration. Anyway, it was rhyming, actually. That was actually a big blues joke. You got that, right? You got that because you know music. Yeah. I'm a huge blues fan. I actually have a blues band, although I got to be honest with you now, with everything that's happening with the Black Lives Matter movement and everybody being woke, I kind of feel guilty because there ain't nothing bluesy about my white ass, okay? Kind of see it right here. I mean, seriously, when somebody says to you, you got to pay your dues to sing the blues, and then your response is, "Can I just Venmo that to you?"
Yeah.
That's not bluesy at all. So anyway, but I'm working on my my suburban white guy blues album, and it's going to be coming out next month. It's called "I Got This Axe on eBay," and I'll go ahead and give you some of the songs. This is still in the works, but one is it's called "My Baby Left Me This Morning." Our prenup says she'll be back. If it wasn't for crabgrass, I wouldn't have grass. White suburban blues. Okay, here we go. My FICO score ain't what it used to be. All crickets everywhere on that one.
Say that last one again. I drowned you out by laughing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said all blues matter.
Thank
you.
I was right to drown it out.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So, I got more guitars than my Facebook friends. And let's see. This fedora makes me bluesy. And my favorite one is My Pappy is Van Winkle.
Oh,
Good.
oh, man.
Come on. These are good jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
My wife, but then again, she was binge drinking. Anyway, that's it for me, guys.
Hey,
That's
everybody.
more than a minute. Yeah. So
Go. Yeah, that was almost a Jeff Shaw.
That was
So,
great.
that hurts.
hi, everybody.
It's really
Welcome to my
big.
new recording studio. This is Brad. Hey, so this is the part of the show where I tell people to give us money. But this time you have to give us British pounds because we have to give the money to Sheraz, even though he makes more than all of us. So if you give us money, we're not going to give it to Sheraz. We're just going to be thankful that you sent it and we kept it. So also, even more important, the what?
The pound is a greater value than the dollar at the minute, so you would be better off getting pounds and
Yeah,
converting.
the pound is always a greater value than the dollar. So it is. Back when we lived in England, it was $1.8 to a pound. It was almost $2 to a pound. So living in England sucked hard. We couldn't even afford coffee. So that leads me to say, give us money. So, but you don't have to do that. You go to the website, you can donate to the show. But more importantly, everybody you've seen here today, Joe Marlotti, Brad Tassell, Steve Goody, and probably even Sheraz, we're on Spotify, we're on Pandora, we're on everywhere you are. You're going to see our act. So just find us, bradtassel.com. Joe Marlotti, what's your website?
Marlotti.com.
JoeMarlotti.com.
RozYousaf.com.
Steve Goody's website is also bradtassel.com.
That's true.
So I'm just kidding. It's stevegoody.com, right?
Better be.
Yeah. So we asked that in name. So, okay. So that's enough of that kind of garbage. So, Steve, did you want to do a quick song? Or
I'd be happy to do a song.
The Halloween thing?
I'd be happy to do a song because I've got the guitar now.
Let's see.
I would like to dedicate this to Kid Rock and his mom and Bill's Flat. Actually, I'm excited about this because I'm eagerly anticipating something that's coming up. My 50th birthday is coming up.
Woo!
Oh.
And I'm working this, by the way, I'm working this into my Broadway show, Steve's Big Dumb Show. This is an excerpt from this hit show that is on hiatus now until we fix this virus. I'm very much looking forward to my 50th birthday, as much as you can look forward to something that happened almost 5 years ago. And the reason I think of this is because this is what I used to look like. This was me 5 years ago. I kind of look like now because I'm combing over like crazy, but this is what I see in the mirror every morning. Can you guys see that? It is not okay. Well, you were real good looking when you were 23 with the full head of hair. Well, now that's history, because now you're middle age. What's happening to it? It goes down the drain when you shampoo it. Admit you got a bald spot. Oh, just admit you got a bald spot. Admit you got a bald spot. Buy a toupee. Gentlemen, do you wear baseball caps to formal events? Do friends ask you about the small animal that's living on top of your head? Have you tried spray-on hair replacements? Creams, lotions, potions, elixirs, tinctures, tonics, balms, salves, liniments, and ointments, all to no avail? Maybe it's time to try Screw It All, the new all-natural, FDA-approved, do-it-yourself, low-cost, no side-effect, non-addictive, non-toxic, eco-friendly, plant-based, biodegradable, over-the-counter, non-invasive approach to the weird crap your body does as you get older. Find it at www.screwitall.com. Order now!
Ooh.
Well, there's some real rich transplant doctors on TV to advertise their screwball cue ball remedy. This is for you, Sheraz. They can graft from your crotch, or your nose, or your pits, or your back, or your butt, or you can just admit it. Admit you got a bald spot. Have you lost a little bit? No, it's a lot. Admit you got a bald spot. Buy a toupee.
Steve Goody, everybody. Let's hear it. By the way, Steve, so you did the joke about being 50 and 55, and everyone was like, no. But Sheraz is 22, so maybe not having hair is a good thing. You know, maybe not having hair is a good thing. I put this show in the win category. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put this show in the win category. So, okay. So that's what we're going to do this week. Come back next week when, hey, hold on a second. Everybody, I'm gonna highlight somebody, and then we're going to ask him a question, if you're ready for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joan Spinazzola. Next week, do you want to do the comedy spot?
I'm gonna be out of town next week.
We're all out of town.
All out of town.
No, but I'm gonna be like where I'm not accessible.
But you could still do a minute of jokes for 15 minutes, couldn't you?
No internet.
No.
I have no intention of doing any jokes next week.
Fine.
Well, let me tell you, you just made everybody sad, and you really, that was like that marriage proposal where she's like, let me think about it.
No one's proposed marriage in a long time.
Will we just come clean your flat?
I wish somebody would clean my
come
flat.
clean our flat. Will you be with Sheraz cleaning his flat? So, okay.
Next week.
Well, so next week we won't have Joan. So if you're a comic, give me a call, and we might have you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been great. Please, if you want to donate, donate. If you want to get a hold of us, please get a hold of us. The Halloween show is still out there. UltimateHalloweenParty.com. Get all of our Halloween songs. That can help too. They're amazing songs, best ones you've ever seen. And then I'm going to get off Facebook after this, and we can talk in the room. Okay, We'll see you later. Have a nice time.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all of the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursdays.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, bone, spam, and pets. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday,